Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys. Diablo 4. And Stabbenstein. It's like Frankenstein, but with blades. Also the peg leg. I don't think Frankenstein or his monster, I don't think either one of them had a peg leg. But I've got a peg leg. It's a doggy. I can't pet the doggy. Can't believe anyone made a game where you can't pet the dog. I thought that was the reason for dogs and cats in games, was so that we could pet them and hug them. And we gotta be kidding me. They don't have, at present, anywhere. Why is my freaking analytics only fair? What the hell is up? Is it Streamlabs? Is it Comcast? I don't know. I'm going to run over here and grab that then. Since we don't currently have a hell thing running. Tide. Hell Tide. I am running one of the overpowered builds that is not Spiritborn, because I haven't purchased the new expansion. Because in my mind they haven't earned any more of my money. The game's in a much better place than it was, but that's not saying an enormous amount. Good evening to whomever has joined me.
I'm not ready yet.
I have to purge the cellar.
I'm not ready yet.
Basically, once you get your movement high enough, you can spin forever on this build. And the other thing it can do is it allows you to snapshot, and as long as you continue to channel, the snapshots stick. Clearly, not that I needed it in that case. What's in the box? Nothing of significance, let's see. That's a lot more hit points. That's the vampiric. That's just the flat damage increase. Sure, we'll go with that one. And has a Helltide begun? Helltide has begun. Those who may not be familiar, a Helltide is basically those areas of the maps are overrun with demons and stuff. You kill them and they drop cinders. You pick up cinders and use the cinders to open chests of fat loot. Mind you that mobs can drop fat loot as well. And I'm just going to head in that direction and just murder everything. Well, not everything. Lots of things. Many things.
I'm not ready yet.
Now, this is an event that can be a bit dicey, especially for this build, I would think. I got yanked out of the area. Wasn't fair. I was robbed. Dang 31. There's not a lot to this build play-wise. Basically, It's a spin to win build, which in ARPGs generally means, for the most part, you just spin and move around. And they tend to be fun builds, whether you're PoE or Diablo 3 or Diablo 4. Last Epoch, I've got a nice spin to win build. And this one's got some nifty tech. And it's got an ability. Ooh, I've killed 100 enemies marked with inner sight. You start with 6 charges, and you use one every second to spin. But if you've moved 30 yards, you get another 3. And ideally, if you're moving fast enough, you just keep picking up more. I don't quite have the movement speed yet to be able to have 100% uptime spinning always. You'll also notice occasionally a little purple eye-like emblem will come up over some of the mobs. That means they've been marked with a special thing. That is the glass ability. That guy had it. Inner sight. Which, when it's full, gain unlimited energy and 25% critical strike chance for 4 seconds. So basically, lots of crit. Now, what's unusual about this build is it doesn't use any of the class resource energy, which is the purple globe on the right-hand side that you'll note basically never moves, because none of my skills actually use it. And a lot of the game mechanics are dependent on either spending it or being capped or something, and since we never spend it, we never become capped. We're always capped. Therefore, not everything triggers. So it's an odd build. I believe it's a new skill that came in with the new season and the expansion. We are at 66 cinders, and 75 will open up a box. Where we are, we're still in the early game. I'm level 30. I have to get to level 60 to get to the end game. Oh, I have 75. We'll open a box. This one will do. No legendaries. And this essentially, unless you have the expansion, I don't know how things are different in the expansion, is the best way, in my experience anyway, to level. Although I know there's another mechanic where basically on a higher level character you farm up a bunch of chests for one of the game mechanics that I am getting close to getting to, which is the Tree of Whispers.
I'm not ready yet.
And you open those
Magic. Something feels wrong. We need to help it.
on the lower level character and just level up open boxes. It's like 28 boxes or something like that.
Magic.
You gonna do anything? Yeah. Yes, let's do this.
I need more time.
I need more time. And yet, I don't really seem to need more time. Basically, that means I have lost my spinning when you hear it, I need more time. And we're waiting for the cooldown. When the cooldown ends, I immediately gain 3 charges back, which is 3 seconds worth of spinning, and as long as I can manage to cover 30 yards of distance in that time, I'll keep getting 3 charges.
Bloody hell.
I believe we're due for a patch tomorrow
I need
for
more
Diablo.
time.
And it's got some issues that really do need addressing. I don't think this is one. I don't think they will be fixing the broken-ass builds. Hey there! Welcome back,
No,
Miss T.
too much.
But the broken builds
I need
on the
more
new
time.
class are unlikely to get unbroken because it's the new class. And in an expansion like this, you always want the new class to be strong.
Bloody hell.
I'm not ready yet.
So it's possible this one will get fixed. I don't think it's a bug. Just not sure it's meant to be quite this strong.
I won't give up.
I need more time.
But also you've got some real problems with some of the crafting materials being very hard to get unless you're doing completely in-game content. And I mean just the basic crafting matters.
That was fun.
And just full of goodies? Nothing particularly good. How sad. I need 2 more thingamajiggies. Oh. Well, we just need 11 more cinders and we can open a second box. No cinders. Who has no cinders? They're aberrant cinders, which is kind of creepy. I don't know how a cinder could really be aberrant. We now have 69. I am going to quit this game and never come back because I have 69. What's the point in playing? Oh, I have 70 now. $75 will let me open the box. What's in the box? And then we'll concentrate on filling out the 2 more pips we need for 79 for the Tree of Whispers, which I like to refer to as the head office because there's a whole lot of heads hanging from the tree. Playing the new class, it's pretty good, but I know it'll get a nerf. All new classes do. It may not get a nerf during the season. It looks like a fun class, too, I have to say. I'm just not... I just don't feel that they have earned more money from me, if that makes sense. Slay the Blood Maiden. No, thank you. She's unpleasant. I've only faced her once on this tune. But I need 2 more. That ought to do. 2 more pips. Do you guys mind? I'm trying to get out of your territory. Why? You don't want me to? You don't want me to leave? They like me. Dag nabbit. Jerfidig has followed? I'm sorry if I can't pronounce that. I hope you understand. 1 second. I do have a... the new class, they literally will not let me move from where I am, is the Spiritborn. And it appears to be quite strong right now. It is often have been referred to now because it seems to play a lot like the monk did in D3. So some people are calling it green monk because green is the color for the Spiritborn. So, Jerferdurfig. 1 second. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. And that one will do for 1. I need 2 more little pips. Completing certain things gets you pips. You get 10 pips, and you can get a box of goodies from the Tree of Whispers, which I refer to as the head office with the headquarters. Don't think it plays like a mix of... You think it plays like a mix of monk and witch doctor? That seems like a pretty good association as well. I have heard other people make that statement. And I know that right now, at least one of the builds is just flat out broken. It's so good. It's stupidly good. Trick attacks. I think I want trick attacks. Let me double check real fast. Check the build guide. Yes, I'm not good enough at the game to do my own builds, so I cheat. Cheat isn't the right word. Unstable elixirs, concealment, weapon mastery. That's higher up, I think. Stutter step. Siphoning strikes. Use build guides too. Well, I play for fun. I mean, I have done some builds on my own in Path of Exile. They've been okay. And sometimes I feel like experimenting with something, you know? What the hell did I just do? Yeah, I don't actually feel like any shame about it. Oh yeah, trick attacks. I thought trick attacks was there. Trick attacks and unstable elixirs. I think it's here, right? No, it's not. Could have sworn it was higher up here. My brain is only semi-functional, guys. My apologies. Should be in here. Yeah, trick attacks. There we are. Alright, we need one more pip, so to speak. You can see that's 9 out of 10. When you get to 10, you get a box of goodies from the head office at the headquarters. Next one, that is Harvest Venomous Motes. Complete events. Not that one. Yeah, there's no shame in using a build guide. Especially for something like Path of Exile. Path of Exile, trying to come up with a build of your own, if you're not using Path of Building, you are doomed to fail. Even the best builders use Path of Building to optimize things.
You there? Please help.
No, I don't think so. Alright, there is something in this area. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna murder some stuff real fast, you know.
It's locked.
Where is... There it is. There's the body. We'll kill the mobs that attack me. And that'll spawn a bigger mob, and we'll murderify that in a big hurry.
Need more time.
And then we're off to the headquarters, the head office, for a fat loot. And that was the guy we were supposed to kill. That was the sort of bossy guy. Didn't last very long. I am playing at normal difficulty, because I believe for leveling that's probably the best way I understand. I have not done the season story. I have not bought the new expansion. Oh, but if you mean the season story for the guys down in Zarbinzet, I think I am halfway done. And that is another point in trick attacks. Knives. Knives, please. Knives. One-handed weapons.
Feast, lamb, feast.
Another level. How nice. This is the, you notice all the heads hanging from it? That's why I call it the head office. The headquarters. These would be the head branch. Yeah, that's all I've got. That will be the witty high point of the day. Knives, not swords. No legendaries at all? Well, that's a right regular screw job. Seriously. What the... Pardon my language. Fuck was that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The new hat. Slightly better than the old hat. The new boots. Not worth the price it'll cost to improve them to the point where they would be usable. All items, please. Thank you.
Come back if you need the forge.
And a flawless emerald where my head used to be. So, that was really disappointing. That is the worst present from the head office I've ever gotten. Present. And that there was basically nothing. Right now I'm in the sort of grinding phase where you're leveling up. I have all of the skills I'll be getting, so all of my points. One of the things I'm not nuts about in the game is that you basically you're spending acquiring all your skills really early on, and then after that, all you're doing is you're getting these small passives. It just kind of, once you've got all of your skills in place and you start adding, really marginal gains through the passives, it just seems like kind of the oomph goes out of the game. It becomes sort of less interesting, less fun, and at that point you're just leveling up to get to where you can start to really crank up, the power once you get to the end game.
I'm not ready yet.
Frankly, things are so easy. I might be well served to yoink it up at least one level of difficulty, because this build is at normal. At normal? I said at normal. I hope you were paying attention. At normal difficulty is really easy. I mean, that was a boss thing there that just exploded as I rotated by.
I need more time.
This is not great for a movement-based build, this particular event, where it lays down flaming spots on the ground, and so you can rotate until you're out of them, and then pause for a moment. And then it's going to start these rotating bands as well. There you go. And at this point, I just don't think it's worth the management issues. Oh, they feared me, little bastards. I got news for them. Lay down, punks. That's the news. That's pretty much it. Just lay down, punks. It is not a complicated build. The basics of it. Now, it also does involve some mechanics, presumably at higher levels, for things like snapshotting. So, for instance, if I hit the 1 button, and I start my spin, it's supposed to be an ability that lasts for a short period of time. But my understanding is that because I'm continuing to channel until I run out of...
I'm not ready yet.
Right there, channeling energy, charges, it continues to run. Which I think is kind of a cheaty mechanic, but that isn't. That doesn't mean I'm going to say no. Because, of course, I'm not going to say no. There we go.
I need more time.
Anytime you hear me say I need more time, because I'm holding down the right mouse button to move and attack, and I've run out of charges
I
for
need more
this skill,
time.
which I go through one a second, but every 30 meters I cover, I'm supposed to be gaining 3 more charges. Kind of how it works. If there's a bunch of boss mobs around like that, I can throw in poison or the shadow magic imbuement that allows me to mow them down more quickly. Like that. Hell gives way to their champion. Alright, well, we've got a champion here. The champion of hell, you may notice that they lasted about 3 or 4 seconds. I'm already 4/10 of the way to my next chest from the head office that hopefully will be better than that last one, which was disappointment made incarnate.
I need more time.
I need more time. I now have enough for 2 boxes. Level 34. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open a second box, and then I'm going to segue up to the next difficulty. Because really, there's 0 challenge with this build at the standard mode. I got new pants. Don't! Missed me. Oh, before we do anything else, let's
Breathed in fire.
change to...
Keep the night penitent bodies outside the city. No sense in causing a panic.
You guys will
People will
pardon
come to
me if
accept
I...
it once they see it is all
Get
over.
hard.
Sometimes I'm 9.
Breathed in fire. Purged in
Rest of the time I'm 8. Grab that. Next up was... Checking again. One sec. Trick attacks. Unstable elixirs should be in there too. Where are the unstable elixirs? That's not it. They're supposed to be on this same page. But they're not. There they are. My bad. Alright. A legendary sword, more damage when you spend 75 energy. I don't spend energy. So we will instead imprint it with the same legendary affix that the one it's going to be replacing has. No. Yes, that's the one.
Fare thee well.
And the pants. Okay, now drink your healing potion while at full life. I kind of like the one I currently have. Yeah, we'll hold on to it. At this point, it takes up a decent chunk of materials
Come back if you need work.
to upgrade an item. So unless the item I'm swapping in has significant improvements, marginal improvements, not worth it. Tempering allows us to add a couple of affixes. Offensive. We're still missing good ones out of here. I've been using natural finesse. Looking to get flat damage is fine. And then in the weapon category, again, most of these don't apply to essentially any of the skills I'm using, so I'm just throwing Elemental Surge on there. If I get a lucky hit, it gives me a batch more of extra damage. Let's find out if the 75% more difficult is very more difficult. I don't expect so. And I'm a fan of spin to win builds, especially when they're, you know, overpowered. All right, we already nabbed those two and that, so wow, we've grabbed them all over the place. I have no idea. Let's head south. Because why not? Oh, okay. You guys talked me into it. I have to murder you all. Hey, not everything's dying on like the first whack. A lot of stuff is still dying on the first whack, though, gotta say. Not complaining, just noting. So my first build this season was Necro, and it was fine. I was doing okay with it. No real problems. Wasn't a very especially fast build.
I'm not ready yet.
I was using Blood Surge.
Need more time.
I got up to Paragon 69, and of course, because I'm a slave to the internet, I took that as a sign it was time for me to try an alt. Because, of course, 69, nice. Yeah, definitely not everything's dying in a single pop anymore. That's good. Destroy the enemy structures.
I need more time.
I need more time. Do I have a bossy guy? He lasted a couple of seconds. No. No, not really.
I'm
These
not ready
things
yet.
trying to ninja my loot. Look at them. There's the nearest box. We're at 43. Whee! And you just run around murdering stuff and picking up aberrant cinders.
I need more time.
Not entirely sure what aberrant cinders are or look like or what. I mean, I know what a cinder is and I know what aberrant
I'm not ready
means.
yet.
Just Not sure I ever thought that cinder could be described as aberrant.
I'm not ready yet.
We're at 71. Just a few more will do.
I need more time.
That's a bunch more.
I'm not ready yet.
We've got a box to. Another one. Come on, legendaries. I deserve them. Boots. What I really deserve is, oh, I don't know, daggers. I actually get one-hand weapons as the option from the Tree of Whispers, and they give me no legendaries. I mean, I would like to complain. Not entirely sure who I'm supposed to write my sternly worded letter to. I have a shrine going right now, which is where the weird visuals were all coming from. Like that.
I'm not ready yet.
Well, how about a blast wave shrine then, since my other shrine wore out?
I need more time.
I don't think I need more time. Sadly, I have been running out pretty regularly of iron, of all things. And it's not just me. A lot of other people have been running out of the basic crafting mats in the game. Somehow they managed to screw it up so we're not getting enough of those.
I need
That's
more
one
time.
of the fixes everyone's hoping for tomorrow.
I'm not ready yet.
It's less of a problem now, but it was a real problem for quite a while I was leveling up
I need more time.
my first character. And frankly, that's when materials, basic crafting materials like that, should be plentiful.
I need more time.
Oh, we've got another box of goodies. Come on, legendaries. A dagger. Thank you. Kind of been waiting for a dagger. I banked one. But I want to use daggers. Dagnabbit. Dagnabbit. That's a Realm Walker. Sadly, this is the League mechanic. The Realm Walker is. And it is not exciting. But I will head there anyway, and I will show it to you. The first half is really dull, and the second half is a walk in the park. Or so it seems. But at least sometimes the second half has some good rewards. So that's the Realm Walker, and basically you can't damage him until he's done
I
his
need more
walk.
time.
killing the mobs that he spawns
I'm not
do
ready.
some damage to him, but he doesn't spawn enough to really do serious damage to him. Basically, you're just biding time until he's finished his walk.
I'm not ready yet. I need more time.
And if you can kill his guardians, those things provide more
I'm not ready yet.
progress and get you a little bit closer to him actually being attackable straight on. Because right now, he's not. He's invincible
I'm
to
not ready
everything. Which is nice for Team Realm Walker, you know.
I need more time. I'm not ready yet.
But you can see though why I said this is the league mechanic. It's quite underwhelming.
I need more time. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Ooh, something hit me really hard. I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
I'm not ready yet.
So as you can see, we've peeled off about a third of his health, something
not
like
ready
that.
yet.
So we're getting close to the point. There he goes. No, not yet. Almost there. Now, we killed the spires. And then he becomes attackable.
I'm not ready yet. I need more time. I need more time.
Whoops! He has one attack in particular. He has, I think, a random set of attacks. He does a certain number. He'll get like maybe 2 out of 5 attacks, each different spawn. Something like that, making those numbers up. And one of them is very, very dangerous. And this is the second part, which is the rewarding part. Where you start in a little area. You'll eventually run into a little gateway, and you have to choose what kind of rewards you want. Whether you want gold, or crafting mats, or
I
equipment.
need more time.
And you pay a relatively small amount of currency for that.
I'm not ready yet.
Different currencies for each. And that sends you to another area where you'll have 1 or maybe 2 little gateways
I need more time.
that will take you to an area with sometimes fights and loot, sometimes just loot. And then you have a wave
I need more
thing
time.
that will lead up to a boss and some more loot. Alright, and here's the gate where you choose. You can choose gold. No, thank you. Materials or equipment. We'll choose equipment.
I'm not ready yet. I need more time. I'm not ready yet.
And of course some miscellaneous chests along the way.
I'm not ready yet.
Level 36.
I need more time.
So most of the time there's two little gateways. Whoop, we've got a treasure gobby.
I'm not ready yet.
We had a treasure gobby, didn't drop much, which seems to be quite a common thing. I've only had one decent treasure gobby in the whole season so far.
I'm not ready yet.
Huh. That guy got stuck with the icon. Don't understand under what circumstances that's supposed to happen. None, I think. Dead guy still had the icon over his head. That's looking like some in-game lag.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready.
Alright, there's one of the gateways. Occasionally you'll only get one gateway. Most of the time it's two. Before you get the gateway to the final boss. These are called Seething Ruptures. And they may or may not have mobs. They may just have treasure. In this case, it's mobs first, then presumably treasure. Oh, still more. But wait, there's more.
I need more time. I'm not ready yet. I need more time.
Obols. A helm. Nice, nice, nice. More obols. So I'm thinking this is probably just going to have one of the Seething Realms. That one will probably be it. No, I could be wrong. No, no, I don't think I'm wrong.
I'm not ready yet.
And then this probably leads to the boss. Yeah. Or waves and then a boss. In this case, we'll just pop the...
I need more time. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
And that is the entirety of this season. The seasonal content, in essence, which is underwhelming. A bow, a crossbow, a ring, and some miscellaneous crafty bits. Oops. Also, a bow. That's right. I get a unique, and it's a bow, which is a stat stick for me. Great feature they added. You can favorite a town and just hit T for town portal, and that's the one it's going to take you to. A very nice feature. I have 2 more points. And the next one I needed, after unstable tricks attacks, yeah, we got all those, okay? We need malice and exploit. Should be down here. Exploit and malice. Extra damage to healthy and injured enemies. That's 80% or above and 35% and below. And then malice will be 3% increased damage to vulnerable enemies and 3% increased damage to knockdown enemies. And they can be applied separately. Let's see, we still don't have a legendary chest, so we will look at these. Dex and life and 1 socket. Dex and life and 2 sockets. Okay, that's an easy choice. We still have no gloves, but we do have a legendary hat. Ooh, +1 to imbuement skills. Tasty. I have 2 imbuement skills. I have poison and shadow imbuement. So that's a really nice one. I gain extra armor, but my evade has cooldown. I'll probably want to roll that off, however. Gloves. Did we get any gloves of yellow flavor? We did not. Boots. Movement speed, dodge chance. I'll probably want to reroll that. We've got a dagger. We've got 2 bows and a unique bow, which I haven't even looked at yet. And that. No gloves, which will be the last rare item. One of my disappointments with the game is where the route they have gone with rare items. Rare items now, for most of the game, are just crafting mats that take up space in your inventory. I thought they had, and I still think they have, kind of figured out loot in the game. Because the loot is way better. They did the season of upgraded loot or something like that, and it was a huge improvement. Still had its issues, and the biggest one for me still is yellow quality gear has no place in the game after you start getting uniques. Sorry, legendaries. That's one of the strengths of Path of Exile, is for most builds in Path of Exile, mostly you're going to be wearing yellow quality gear that just has awesome stats, because generally they'll have better stats than the unique gear. That goes there and there. Okay. Okay, what do we get? Wind Force. Hits of Barrage have a chance to deal double damage and knock down enemies. Barrage and Malice. Well, we have Malice, I think. Additional movement speed. I'm not positive, but I think the stats on the bow only are used for bow attacks. I don't think everything's added on, but I could be entirely wrong about that. Well, we can tell probably pretty quickly. Our movement speed is... Morning. How long before Aeternum starts? If you may ask. You certainly may ask. Almost exactly 12 hours from now. 12 hours and 8 minutes. It starts at 6 a.m. my time, 9 a.m. Eastern. So, 12 hours and 8 minutes from now. I will not be getting up that early. My movement speed is 157.3, and now it is 171. All right, well, we're going to use this then. Midnight Aussie time then? I'm going to take your word for it. Let's see. I know I watch Mathel pretty regularly, and he starts streaming at about 4:30 or 5 a.m. Adelaide time. And I know that's like about 10 a.m. or so my time. So, that's about, yeah, the numbers work. All right, now the question is this giving me more movement speed? And movement speed is something I really want. I'm not sure if I can get it on regular bows. Let's see, those are 403. That one's 340. Minus 35. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So those two we can get rid of, I think. Actually, I'm going to hold on to that one just in case I don't like what happens. We're going to deconstruct both of those. You're on Queensland time, which is close to Adelaide. I know from the rest of the world, Adelaide is on half-hour time, in that they have a half-hour time offset, which is strange, but there are some locations that have weird offsets in the U.S. as well. And one of my Latro guildies and occasional visitor to this stream is also from Adelaide. All right, let's see. This is Ring has a... Oh, that's actually quite good. The percentage crap is crap on that, on the new one. Injured and healthy. That one is entering stealth, create a cloud. This has overpower damage and resource cost reduction. We don't need resource cost reduction, so we're going to roll that off. We need overpower damage, but overpower damage does something for us, just not very much. Attack speed. Yes, please. I would like more attack speed. Between 15 and 18 hours, plus a day usually. Those of us who are used to America and thinking America is big, Australia is really goddamn big. We're going to bonk that one. All right, we can't make any changes to wind force, but we can make changes, additions, to the coil of inner calm. An offensive affix, let's see. Yeah, we still don't have any good build-specific ones. Crowd-controlled, no thank you. Flat damage is just fine. Resource, worldly stability. Sure, why not? Don't cost nothing. We will now
Come back if you need work.
deconstruct that one. The boots. Let's check the boots. Our current boots have movement speed and movement speed. And they can stun. That one has movement speed, dodge chance. No, it's not. It's a slight improvement, but not worth the amount of crafting mats it would take to bring up to speed. Bring up to speed. 5,000 kilometers going across east to west. Yeah, that's about the same width as the U.S. 5,000 kilometers would be 3,100 miles. It's about 3,000 miles from coast to coast in the U.S. However, there's between the West Coast and the East Coast, there's a lot more places in the U.S., whereas my understanding is the middle of Australia is almost without places. It is filled with funnel webs and blue ring octopi. Possible I'm making that up. Especially the octopi. I really don't think you're likely to find those. Using an agility skill reduces the cooldown of your next subterfuge. Well, utility or agility is what we mostly use. And subterfuge is that one, I think? Yeah. But either of those. So, that's a good one. And your basic skills. We'll need to change that. We're not interested in our basic skills because we don't use them. What else do we have here? Let's see. That's not bad because that's on for half the time, increasing the damage. Encircling blades. I don't use flurry. Entering stealth creates a cloud that drops a poison cloud. See if we got anything nice in here. This is a weird build, so a lot of the stuff isn't actually applying. Increase damage while you have a barrier active. We have a barrier active a lot. We'll go with that.
That's a good omen.
That has damage, overpower damage. Well, we can roll off the overpower damage because it's not that we do no overpower, we just don't do much. Have I tried the Spiritborn? I have not, because I've not purchased the expansion. I've watched it being played. This build is Dance of Knives, which is a spin-to-win build, classically, where you're just spinning around killing things, and mostly all you're doing is holding down a button and pointing as you rotate around killing things. Mathel has been playing a version of it, and that's what got me to track down a version because it looked like it was fun. And he was just moving extremely quickly and annihilating everything. Not as quickly and not as annihilative as the Evade build for Spiritborn. Yeah, I use Max Roll for this one. The actual name on Max Roll is Dance of Knives Rogue Leveling Guide. Mathel, because he's a wizard, an actual functioning magical wizard when it comes to ARPGs, just threw it together, and his was annihilating everything. All right, we got Dex on that one, and this one has Dex, Life, and Vuln damage. Vuln damage we can use, but I think we can swap 9 maximum life, just not that much. 8 maximum life is less. I think we can agree that 8 is less than 9. I'll take 8% flat damage. That's fine.
What will it be?
What you end up having is a whole lot of movement speed, and there's an ability on Dance of Knives. You start with 6 charges. I guess you start with 3. And then every second you gain 1, up to 6. But if you travel 30 meters, you gain 4 more charges. So if you travel 30 meters every 4 seconds, you never run out of charges, and you're constantly spinning. Spiritborn is fun, though you're still relatively low level. Yeah, it looks like fun. It actually does. I mean, it's not like I'm not interested in the class. I would love to play the class. But I'm just not of the opinion that I've gotten that I don't think they have put enough into the game yet that they have completely earned. I bought the Ultimate Edition at launch, so I don't think they've earned my $100 yet, let alone another 40. But Spiritborn does look like a blast. And the Centipede stuff, I love the visuals on. We're going to bank that one, right? Put it there to remember to bank it. Bank it! And these two. We will now deconstruct those. These are things we want. Those are things we want. We will deconstruct these. Who wants swords when you can have daggers? I mean, seriously. Alright, we'll now temper these. Tempering was a great mechanic they added. It was one of the mechanics they seem to have borrowed out of Last Epoch. But then, historically, and this is not a slam on Blizzard, Blizzard has always been very, very good at stealing good stuff from other games and adding it to their own. That's not a slam. All gaming, almost without exception, they do exactly that same thing. Crowd control enemies. I'd rather have close or flat. Close is fine, because most of the time I'm just spinning to winning. And then in weapons, sadly, again, none of these really apply other than the elemental surges, so I'll just throw one on and it doesn't really matter which one it is. Just a little extra damage from time to time.
Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
And we have one more. Tempering I like a lot. Masterworking is I find less interesting. That seems more like a pure grind out at the end game. Increasing the stats on your items. Offensive again. Natural finesse. Crowd control. Not my first choice. Crowd control. Flat damage, I'll take. That's fine. Elemental surge day. Sure, why not? And we need to put a good crossbow away, just in case we end up not liking the unique we got. You may note that I seem to be running really fast. Run speed is important for this to be able to get your movement speed to the point where you can keep up charges all the time on Dance of Knives, and basically all you do then is spin. And hopefully win. And the movement speed is now up at 171.3. We got some obols. I'm going to spend some obols. We have a chest and hands. I'm going to spend some obols, and she's going to give me gloves on my first go, right? No.
Not much,
Blue?
is it?
Blue quality? Seriously?
Fathers,
Uniques.
blinding light.
Fists of Fate. I don't know what those are. How about the tunic?
Oh, bad. Fair bit of mad fathers. Blinding light.
We got two uniques. We got a razor plate. Seriously? I have no idea what Fists of Fate do. Oh, your attacks deal a random amount of damage between 1 and 255%. Lots of lucky hit numbers. Okay, that's not good attack speed numbers. It's okay crit strike numbers. It's terrible lucky hit numbers. It's poor lucky hit percentages. D4 has come a long way since the initial release. I certainly agree. The pet picking up mats and gold. Now you're really making me envious. Yes, that is one of the things that they added in from D3 that I don't have access to because that's in the expansion along with the companions, the new zone, and the new class. I don't have it. This is certainly better than the gloves I'm using. The razor plate is an interesting one. I'm not sure how often I even get hit. But the rare I'm using is kind of garbage, so I don't see any reason not to throw that on. And we'll see how many times something's hitting me and just falling over dead. That is the second razor blade I've gotten. I have 3 axes of the butcher. And 2 of them are low level. So it's like I could go axe barbarian at level 19 and be dual wielding axes of the butcher. I have 19, 49, and 17 levels. Yeah, it's come a long way. The first season was catastrophically disappointing. The second season, I think, is the best seasonal mechanic they've had so far. For me, a player who's used to Path of Exile and used to much meatier seasonal content, I am continually disappointed with the seasons that D4 keeps coming up with. Speaking of which, the seasonal mechanic awaits, off to Zarbinzet. But for instance, season of fixed equipment, fixed gear, whatever the hell they called it, showed that they'd figured out what players like, and generally that they can figure stuff out to make the game a lot more fun for the players. Now, they still haven't fixed it, because I still think that blue and yellow gear is a joke, especially yellow gear. The fact that, I'm level, 32, 33, 36, and I won't be wearing yellow gear ever again, and every single piece of yellow gear that drops, all it is crafting materials after I salvage it. I think that's a real bad choice, as the game is now kind of reduced in some ways. I know people have been calling it D3.5, and there's a lot of accuracy in that. I mean, you've got the companions now, you've got the pets picking up stuff for you. You have the pit, which is exactly just a clone of the Greater Rift system. Those aren't complaints. Those are all good things that they brought over from D3. But in D3, everything was reduced to each class, every season having 3 specs, or 4 specs, I guess, for 6-piece bonuses, where you had to get the 6-piece bonus and then a couple of specific uniques to go with it. And they'd have 3 or 4 builds, and that would be pretty much it, unless you were doing a Legacy of Nightmares build. And you're kind of running into that same thing here, where any given build, you want the same affixes, you want legendaries and uniques, and it is turning more and more into Diablo 3.5, which is better from a playability point of view, by far, but it just seems a little devoid of inventiveness. Show me my standing. Yay! Box number 1? I hadn't picked up the first box until now. That's surprising. Oh, that's right. I did make it up to box 3 on my mage, my sorcerer. And box 6, I think, on my first character, my necro. Also, another not great thing about the season and the seasonal mechanic for a lot of people, the opals are bugged. It's supposed to be for 30 minutes you get this buff. Some people, it lasts for exactly 1 mob. The first mob they kill, they get the remnants. And then no more increased Zakarum remnants. Other people, I believe, only get the XP. They get none of the other stuff. And so a bug like that in your seasonal mechanic is doing yourself no favors. All right, we have got the Hell Tide down here now. We'll go there. More hell monsters need murdering. And I'm just the stabinator to do it. And that's why my name is Stabenstein. I'm not a doctor, but yeah, I like being called Dr. Stabenstein. Let's go that one. Initially. We get out of town, we'll start murdering. Hi, guys. You guys having a party?
I need more time.
Do you mind if I just spin around? Hey, they spin me right round, baby, like a record, baby. I am currently on the second difficulty now. So things actually don't... Not everything dies my first spin. Most things do, but not everything. The amount of movement speed I have is yeah, it's kind of fun. Just by itself, being able to move quickly in an ARPG is almost always fun. How about some artillery?
I need more time.
Pardon me, you all need to die terrible screaming deaths. I hope you don't mind. I don't know what was coming in through that gateway, but it vanished before it could even appear. Have some poison? Oh. I hope that didn't bother you guys too much. Level 37.
I need more time.
And look. Everybody wants to come out and play. Oh, a fear. That's a jerk move. Fearing me. Come on. What's the matter, you chickens?
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, I missed a portal. Do we get a big ugly monster in the middle? We sure do.
Need more time.
We got a ring, a crossbow, some abstruse symbols. We're already up to 65. Oh, look. They want to play. Isn't that nice? I like playing with my neighbors.
I need more time.
We are already at 76. I have a chest to open. You guys are standing near my chest, and I don't like you guys watching while I'm working.
I'm not ready.
I've talked to you about that in the past.
I need more time. I need more time.
As I was saying, I have a box to open. Ah, come on, man. No goodies. That's what I mean about now. Yellows are nothing but crafting mats from now on.
No, no, no!
Chest armor, gloves. Nice. We're starting to get, I don't want to say inundated, because that sounds negative. Starting to get lots of legendaries. We're right there. Where's the nearest box of extra goodies? It's in that direction. Because we're already better than a third of the way to it. It is certainly a casual kind of gameplay, at least at the lower levels. I mean, it has the 3 and the 4 are 2 imbuements, and those are useful in batches of larger, tougher, angrier mobs. Oh, that's not an actual chest full of goodies. It's a fake chest of goodies. That's the town. That's my stash, man. Just passing through. How about a blast wave shrine?
I'm not ready yet.
Oh no!
72. We're almost ready for another box. Oh. We have Hell Puke.
I'm not ready yet.
So, when Hell throws up, it has really big chunks in it. Gross. Oh, Hell Puke again. I don't know what Hell ate, but it needs to lay off whatever it was.
I need more time.
We have a Hellborn.
I need more time.
Fine. I'll summon something else to do damage to him. The clone me! Yay! There was much rejoicing. Okay, well, there was some rejoicing. Oh.
I'm not ready yet.
And another box to open. And more bad guys to murder. It's not really murder. I mean, they're cultists, or minions of hell, or, you know, demons. That was disappointing. Where's the nearest chest? There. Conveniently located for my convenience. Oops, wrong way. Oops, right way. Oops, we got a bigger demonoid over here, and he's dead.
I need more time.
Certainly the movement speed is entertaining. Whether you're spinning or not. What do we need? 8 more for our next box of goodies. Come on, spit up. Oh, he didn't have anything to spit up. Disappointment.
I need more
I am
time.
disappointed. My day is ruined. Here, I think. There are too many.
I'm not ready yet.
Bless you.
Hi, guys. Don't mind if I murder you for all of your aberrant cinders, do you? I hope. Oh, another level.
I need more time.
It's just that the spin to win version here just seems like it was so much fun, and it is. It's a very entertaining build. It also is one that you can largely no brain, and hey, that's a plus for me.
I need more time. I need more time.
Oh, we are almost ready for another one. Hey, come on now. Any time now you can start. Hey, just a little while ago you were giving me all kinds of legendaries and stuff, and now it's entirely stopped. Don't you love me no more? Another thing I really do love about the game, especially given its map layout being kind of being very much a sort of lot of channels, pathways between
I need more time.
areas, is the automatic layout that it does, where you can click on a thing on the map and it will draw you, if not an optimal path, at least a good path to it.
I need more time.
I need 10 more. Let's see if we can get them in here.
I need more time.
Oh,
I'm not ready yet.
we need 5 more.
I need more time.
The forces of hell grow infuriated. Well, you know, fury is kind of
I
their
need more
thing.
time.
Why, what do you know?
I'm not ready yet.
Got enough for another box.
I need more time.
Because of the fast movement this build has, it is really good at racking up very large numbers
I'm not ready yet.
of cinders, and hence racking up lots of boxes. Simply the transit speed between... Oh, look! Help you.
I'm not ready yet.
Come on. Thank you. I am appreciative of the generous nature of your present to me. Let's head back to Kyovashad. Keep forgetting. Don't even have to use the map. Just hit the T. Bye, guys. So, for anyone who's not aware of it, tomorrow is the launch of New World Aeternum, which I call alternately New World, Renewed World, or Newer World, whichever you like. Starting at 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Eastern. I will not be starting that early, but I will be starting certainly early for my stream. My intention right now is to stream it. What's probably going to happen is, because some friends and I are planning on starting characters on a server on the East Coast, due to the nature I've seen in the past, where servers tend to fill up and then they add more servers, but adding more servers doesn't reduce the congestion on the initial servers. So we're going to want to create our characters all at the same time. That may not happen until the afternoon. Most likely earlier I will be playing on the West Coast, new character slot for that, and will then be swapping over to the East Coast. So my first few hours will be on a character who is probably not going to be in the long term my most played. But that's fine. I have no problem with that. Let's see. We have no more yellow items, which means I can kind of safely turn them all immediately into crafting materials. Let's see. Amulet. Dex, life, and attack speed. Well, I like attack speed. The other one's got damage, dex, and movement speed, and the movement speed matters. It already has some nice additions with damage, flat damage, and movement speed. And skills up to 30% increased damage based on your available primary resource. My primary resource is basically always completely full, which means that's basically a 30% damage buff. So even though this has slightly higher stats, I don't think it can quite match up. So that's a deconstruct. The chest armor, we just got the razor plate. Each chilled or frozen enemy you evade through grants you a barrier. That's an interesting affix. I don't think I've seen that one. However, thorns and life, I think I'll stick with the razor plate for now. I'm not excited with any of that. The gloves. We have the Gloves of Fate now, the Fists of Fate. I think I want to use those, even though they didn't roll great. It's the second Fists of Fate I've got. The first one had just about minimum rolls on everything. This one's a little bit better. The critical hit chance, at least, is about average. A little higher. And the random 1 to 255 instead of, I think it was random to 1 to 210, which is almost a push on the other pair I got. So your shadow clones also mimic your imbuements applied to your skill. That strikes me as a really good affix on that. But I want to stick with these for now, and that will simply add it to my book of affixes I can steal later. Let's see. Energy on kill does nothing for me. Critical strike chance is nice. The lucky heal is awful. Lucky hit, poison imbued skills have up to a 15% chance to create a toxic pool. That one's not bad either. The rest of the stats on it aren't great, so that'll be added to our box, or our book. And 30% increased damage to a set of damage types. I have that running on one of them over here, maybe? On one of them. Anyway, none of these seem to be significant increases. Some nice new affixes added to the book. So we'll go ahead and deconstruct them all.
Anything breaks, the force
But
is
several very good powers to pry out and put in the book. We're currently at 4. I want to get another batch of goodies. Yeah. From, I'm going to give the head office with the headquarters at the Tree of Whispers another opportunity. No, I have not been drinking yet. Not tonight. Another opportunity to give me some actual good things instead of crap. The forces of evil are alerted to my presence. Presents? I didn't buy them any presents.
What is this? I need more time.
A scattered prism. See, we had another one over here. Well, that's 100 charges. That is good for a turn-in of 3. And that's another ritual. Where's the invocation, invocation, invocation? Where's the cash-in? That's the cash-in. In the meantime... okay, this is stuff I already have all that I need of, so we're going to hop on our pony. Is that up above? Dag nabbit, it is just above. It should give me 3. The required 3. Oh, that's 2 out of 3. All right, well, we'll get one more then. No. Any of those will do. We're headed there. That'll give us, I think, that'll summon 3 bosses. We murder them. I think that's 3 pips. And then I think we need 1 more pip for our box of goodies from the head office. Second. Okay, that's fine. Good. And that was 3 bossy dudes. They didn't last very long, did they? That is 2 pips more we need. We're there, the closest pip. Harvest Demon Fury from Vile Ones. I thought that was what I just finished. Anyway, we'll go there. We need 2 more pips. Gladys Knight, totally optional. That's an old guy music reference. Quiet down there. My tummy talking to me. I need to kill 44 bandits. Time to start murdering banditos.
I'm not ready yet.
I now need to kill 12 bandits. There's that. We are completely finished. We have... the tree is ready to give us our presents that we have earned, and it is going to make up for the horse shit that it gave me last time, where there were no legendaries. Seriously, none. What the shit was up with that? What was I grabbing here? Exploit, we got that. Next up was Malice. All right. And what has the tree for me now?
It is done.
Helms, amulets, or rings? Probably rings, because that gives us 2 opportunities. Helms, the +1 imbuement skills is nice. The amulet, with the movement speed on it, couple of movement speeds on it is quite nice. I think rings is indeed the way to go.
Feast, lamb, feast.
It's just creepy. Fortunately, that's level 40. Drum roll, please. At least 2 legendaries. 3 would be better. 1. Excuse me, I would like to speak to your manager, please. 1 legendary in 2 caches. Not to put too fine a point on it, but the fuck? It's just not right. Pardon the yawn. One. Didn't even come with a socket. Shadow clones mimic the imbuements. That one does seem pretty good. Which means that they'll get the shadow imbuement and the poison imbuement, assuming I have the poison imbuement out. Oh, Dex and fucking 2 lucky hit chances. That's really not awesome. Maybe it's just me, though. The healing life lucky hit one just seems terrible. It just seems dreadful. So we'll roll that off. Let's see. That is increased critical strike against injured and healthy. And the other one is that one. And that is the flat damage. That one's really good. Although standing still, I'm never standing still. So that's just a 5% increased damage. Not as good. So we will, in fact, swap that one out. We will re-roll the lucky heal. It just seems really underpowered to me. Into something better. What can we get? Just curious. A damage or attack speed or crit strike chance. Those are all very nice. I'd be happy with any of those. Be just fine. We'll try again. And again. Thank you. I have my choice. Attack speed, critical strike chance. I think attack speed. We also need to put a couple of tempers on it. An offensive temper. Still, we don't have any useful ones in here. So we go to up here for damage or damage to close enemies. Close enemies is slightly better, but flat damage will take, because there are so many times I was trying to roll on tempers particularly onto my necromancer, where I went like 0 for 8 on 2 items in a row. In one case, I had a 50-50 chance of getting a satisfactory one. I went 0 for 7. I lost 7 coin flips in a row. If you know the odds of that. Doing it once is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 1 in 64. No, 1 in 128, sorry. And I've missed 2 coin flips here. That's 3 coin flips. Four. 5. Thank you. Close. Mind you, the worst possible roll on close. You know, had I gotten a low roll like that on the first roll, I would have re-rolled. But after missing 5 in a row, I'm not re-rolling. And then in resource, because we can roll it on, might as well. And that will replace that one. And this one will get cashed in. It's been nice.
You can take what's left.
I hit 40, which means I can upgrade my potion. My Healy potion. Heals 48 life instantly and 35% of your maximum life over 5 seconds. I don't know if you noticed, by the way, even though I am running around at this incredible speed, I have a peg leg. I like to think I've overcome my handicap. I would make a reference to Oscar Pistorius here, but my character has never murdered anyone. There you can see him. Quite the dashing rogue, appropriately. But I think he can use another headpiece, really. That the cap is just, it's not blowing my skirt up. How close are we on the season? All right, we got a bunch of seasonal stuff complete. We don't get the seasonal hat. When do we get the seasonal hat? Oh, there, 75. Sadly, I mean, it's nice and all, and obviously everyone wants to be a pirate. It would have been more appropriate about a month ago. September 19th is International Talk Like a Pirate Day, if you're not familiar with that. That will be a nice look for me when I get there. But I'm not there yet. Any of these hats that we want. This is the seasonal hat. Not a great look for a rogue, I think. That one doesn't seem functional to cover your eye unless you're missing an eye, but I am to date not. I guess we'll stick with that, but we will change up our daggers. The bow, I don't think we ever actually take it out. That one's over the top. I like that. We're going to go with that one because it is over the top. And daggers. Let's see if we can't come up with some daggers. There's a dagger that drips poison. That's obviously the one we want. We want to be dual wielding poison dripping daggers. I just don't think there's any debate about that. There it is. It's the very last one. The Broodmother's Stinger. There we go. Now that's a rogue. He's got green tattoos of knives. He's got knives dripping green poison. He's got a peg leg. It's good to see people overcoming their disabilities. And frankly, he's a pretty handsome looking fellow, you know. I mean, the tattoos are a bit edgy. But as far as his basic attractiveness, that's a good-looking guy. You know what would add it? Would be a really distinguished addition would be glasses. What? But I'm going to call it here for the evening. So, my plan for tomorrow with the launch of New World Aeternum, which starts at 6 a.m. my time. I will not be starting at 6 a.m. My guess is sometime between 9 and 10, maybe. I will be starting my time, Pacific time. Probably on the West Coast server, which will just be to acquaint myself with the new game systems, the changes that have been made, that kind of thing. That character will probably be a musketeer archetype, which is musket and rapier. And then later in the afternoon, presumably, when some friends are online and ready to do so, we'll all create characters on an East Coast server. One of the new crossplay ones. Because a couple of my friends who've done no more than dabbled with the game want to give it a shot with the new sort of relaunch. So early on, it'll be a character that I'll just be playing to sort of get the hang of the new systems and stuff, and to create a new character that I can also play when nobody else is around. And then the group in the afternoon, and I might play on stream with some friends. So that's the plans for tomorrow. I will also note, unfortunately for me, Guild Wars 2's Best Festival also starts tomorrow. That is the Mad King showing up in Lion's Arch. One of the most inventive MMORPG festivals of all time. I might go the second best one, second only to the Super Adventure Box in Guild Wars 2. I do prefer the Halloween one, but I think the Super Adventure Box is the single best festival, seasonal-based content any MMO has ever come out with by far. It is a masterpiece of game design. Jaw-dropping. So that is popping up. What else have we got? On November 6th, the day after Election Day, assuming the entire world hasn't melted down into chaos, a new game is launching from the guy who created RuneScape. Broken Shores? Something Shores. I think Broken? And that one looks a little bit interesting to me, so I'll probably be popping into that one. This Saturday is my annual Mortality Reminder Day. Sometimes that is referred to as a birthday. It's another lap around the sun I'll be completing. I'll be enjoying adult leisure beverages, and I have no idea what I'll be playing. But I'll be celebrating that on Saturday. I want to thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I'll be back tomorrow at a not usual time, earlier, for the relaunch of Newest World, Aeternum, Renewed World, New World, Newer World. All of the above, one of the above, none of the above. And if anyone is interested in playing, has any questions about it, please let me know. We'll find out happy. You know, I try not to get worked up about these things. I hope I have a good time in game. I'm sure I'll be having a good time with my adult leisure beverages on Saturday. Anyway, again, guys, thank you for hanging out. As always, I do appreciate it. I hope the rest of your Monday night goes very well indeed. And that, as always, I try to set an achievable goal. I hope the rest of your work week doesn't suck. I'm back tomorrow, early time. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great rest of your evening. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.